Trying to get this thing set up.
10,
The
9,
tournament is
8,
starting.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There we go. I don't think my speakers are charged.
Battery 10%.
I mean, my whatever you call it, my headset. On the road again. This guy berserk me. I'm trying to get my bearings here because I signed up so late. Move 8, I'm out of theory. There was an article in Chess Life and a book about this variation in the early 80s. I'm going to say 81 or 82, somewhere along in there. I never got the book. I read the article. I've played this line for a long time, but never really very good, I would say. You think here? Take. Where you play here. Okay, he is threatening this, isn't he? So if I play here, push, take, maybe something like that. Last time I played this game, I played that bishop here. I played this weakening move before and paid for it. So here. Or is it here? I don't want to play it that way. I don't know. I should learn the theory of it. This guy's low to berserk. Why doesn't it say Chess Geek is, or Deep Geek or whatever my name is? Why doesn't it say I'm... Take, play here. Take. Here. Push, take. Gotta watch out for that square. Could just drop this piece in there. Said I could put the knight in there. Thinking about doing it this way. Not that I'm gonna grab that pawn. And Sonic, all I got was a bucket of ice. not be worried about that pawn. And back to here. And then here. Maybe. Okay, I play here. He plays here. Capture, capture. Knight here. He pushes to here. This guy. Play this. Queen takes. They go into this castle. Certainly changes that game to do that. Play here, he pushes to here. Take. I'm going to move somewhere. Here, he pushes here or here. Here and here. I play here, he plays here. I play here, he plays here. I play here with tempo. Slow Turtle's watching me. So how's these guys watch? Are they on the same team? Fox Valley? I don't know. Well, that was interesting. I didn't really expect him to do that. All right, I guess he's planning on attacking me here. I may have to go all the way home. Here, he plays here. Throwing that and that square. Trying to figure out how I'm going to guard that pawn. He's coming here next. Here. I don't know, did I take here first? Capture. Here. I don't want him pinning me when I play this move. Okay. That pawn's going to hang. I don't know why I'm moving fast. He's the one on the clock. H don't move that way. Where can I put this guy? Here. He captures. I can't. I can recapture with the knight. Threatening mate. I guess he figures he's got a one game. Okay, he is threatening mate. My queen's hanging. Which means my queen has to go here. Ah! Push through here if I don't stop him right now. Which I think I'm going to have to do by doing that. Play here, help blockade that pawn and that pawn. Play here, blockade that pawn. And it makes him move his bishop. All right. Here he pushes. I think I'm going to have to. I can play here. He pushes. I grab it. If I play here and he pushes this one, I grab it. Try to plan on coming back here. Here he pushes. Am I going to give up that pawn? It's an interesting question. He's getting ready to drop this one on me. I think I got to go out this way. Check. King here or king here. He could just go there. It's holding that pawn though. He goes here, I check him again. And he goes where? I could go here right now. He pushes. Yeah. least make him move his rook. Check him. He goes to here. I check here. How do I get back to guard that pawn? To get this, where does this piece go is the question. Here? Check here. There's nothing I can do. I love these guys. In-game skills. How do I get back to the tournament? Who's this guy down here? Spectators 1. There are always these guys watching, you know. Their little buddies in Discord. They don't know that I know about that. what I do. Later we're gonna have book of the week. I saw him talking about it one time. You know, the password to get to Discord tonight is such and such. All right. I want to listen to the Perpetual Chess broadcast interview with Willie Hendricks. I read his first book, Move First, Think Later. I read the whole thing. Very interesting. It's not a chess improvement book, but it's a very interesting book. This guy beat me. Wonder what happened. I mean, it won Book of the Year. It won Book of... It didn't look right to me. Let me check something there. Play here. You can't play here without me doing this. Right, Rob. Got to get the mic over here. I love it. Got another visitor watching down here. Dang, you were born in 1840. No, wait, your chess elo is 1840. Hi. Butter Doc? Those butter guys I wonder about. You know, there's been a couple of them in the tournament. Play there. Play here. He plays here. Castle. Oh, now he's gearing up for D5. Okay, I play here. He kicks it. Take. Wow. This is kind of what I want to do. And then I'll go to that very important square. Okay, now I got to be a little careful. Because my queen is going to be kind of hanging out there. I got to watch for this and this. Well, there's that move. Who plays there? Play here. I gotta get this guy out of here, though. Decisions. Last time I didn't do this, and it cost me, you know? In the game. Last time I was in a position like this. So how did this guy beat me exactly? This guy won a game off of me. What did I do? Drop my queen? You know, oh yeah. I think I did drop my queen. Here. Get this one. Oh, what if I do this? That's a kind of sneaky little move. Now I could play here. Could also play here. Attack this pawn. See, at the moment he can't do this. He can do this to get his rook out. This is going to have to come out somewhere. I kind of want to go here. A little better safety move. Here. Takes. Well, I tell you what, missing last week has dulled my senses. I'm not thinking exactly great. Threatening mate. Play this. I kind of want to just do that. Play here, he plays here, and here, and here. I got a backup. Play here. I can play king here. Yeah. Hopefully I haven't missed a move somewhere. I got to analyze this later with a computer. I mean, my queen is centralized. She's guarding a lot of squares. I mean, for those of you that are lower rated than me, I'm not going to pretend I can explain this to anybody higher rated than me. But I'm thinking here and just start pushing. Okay, if I push here, he's got to figure out how he's going to stop that thing. Or not. Okay, this is going to take the queens off and give me a new queen. I'm even going to take time to... Oh no, I'm not going to take time to do that. I'm a queen. I'm going to go back and look how this guy beat me. If I play here, check, and he takes my queen. So I'm going to play here. Great. I'm working hard trying to figure out a way to prolong this. I always miss things on diagonals, pointed out to me by an old friend. I ought to just check and take off his bishop. I'm going to do that in a minute because this thing's going on forever. Let's let him run the pawns down. It's a curious thing. This guy said, dang, you were born in 1840. No, wait, your Chess Elo is 1840. I thought I updated that on my account. This would have to be somebody who had looked at my account some time ago. Well, back from vacation, trying to get reacclimated. Had to run some errands today. Book of the week coming up after the next game. Kind of completes the set of books of the week. Any thought of playing the Arkansas Championship in 2 weeks? Probably not going to make it. I don't know who this guy is. Zachariah up in Jonesboro with the SCC. The SCC would be what? Is that the Searcy Chess Club? Searcy Harding? I don't think Harding's that far from Jonesboro, is it? I know the Searcy Chess Club was very active a few years ago, and it may still be. I'm not sure. Oh, the Scarlet Chess Club. Yeah, I've heard of that. I have. What did I play last time? This. Ugh. Very busy. The Scarlet Chess Club. They have a team on here, don't they? I am really out of practice. Missing last week, and then I haven't been playing that much except on Monday nights. Oh, so you guys aren't even on here anymore. I know I played somebody on the Scarlet team once. I do remember that. I'd like for this piece to be here. Okay, I had a better move. Sure enough, dude. Better move. Threatening my knight. Means I'm going to have to play that. How much material am I down? Pawn. Play here. Here. At least I can get castled. You gonna play here? Here? Probably had a, maybe not a win, but I had something good earlier. I know that. Wow. I'm gonna do this. Huh. He did that so he could castle. Castles is here. I play here. He castles. I play here. The problem is this piece is not going to have a great square to go to. Play here. He castles. I play here. Queen here. We end up trading queens. Here, he castles. Play here. He plays here. Threatening this knight, and I have to exchange queens. Play here. I'll play that move. Maybe here. I think he's had to play there. Now my queen's hanging. Well, it's not hanging, but it's just there for the taking. Play here, he's going to trade. He's going to move the knight. Queen goes back to there. He stops me. I'm trying to figure out if there's some way. I think I'm gonna have to trade queens with this guy. I can't see another way to complicate this. Here, to guard that hangs this knight. Here. Here, take, queen back, take. I play here. This is not great. Still got my threat, such as it is. Play here, knight here. Take. I gotta get this guy off this square. I got a cracking. What did he say? I gotta get cracking on Ditter. Good luck with the rest of your games. Thanks, man. And he moves his queen. This sucks. Can't even find any good threats. Play to here. Kind of like I need to do something to keep the queens on the board. Look at my clock. Do not make a catastrophic error. Rule 1. Just continually trying to trade queens. That's what all of his moves are about. Next, he's going to go here. Okay, if I push, he makes a move. If I go here, he's going to go here. Play here. Either play here or here to stop that. If I play here, he could even do that. Could play here. Dark Butter God, these guys all keep changing their logins over and over. This square. Take, check. King here. Play here. I don't honestly know what to do. I guess I'm going to play here. He is damned and determined to trade. Look at this guy. Where do I go? This pawn structure is too good. I got to build up some time and hope I can figure out a way to draw or win this game. Who's hitting this? Play here, take. Bad. It's all bad. Let me do that. Here, there, take. I can't hold all that. I can't hold all this. This was a very good move on his part. Play here. Can he save that pawn? No, he cannot. But he can go after this one. Take. He gets these. Meanwhile, I got to go up the board over here. There's a check square I got to watch out for. As I was saying, I can't talk much right now because this game has got me too terrified. You know, I actually think I got the better game right now, but I can't figure out how to. Take that one. He's going to go here. Okay. I still think I need my outside pass pawn, though. This one. Clever move. It forces me up this way. How do I get up in there? I can push, take. I need my pawns because I want to win. I think his pawns are actually frozen. I could play here. Keeps him out of there and there, and then I walk over to there maybe. I totally don't have time to analyze this position. Here to go here. He's going to go back. He knows he doesn't have time to win this one. Yeah. This game, I'll tell you what. Puts me there. He can go there. It's the only square he's got for the night. I want him to push a pawn. If he pushes this one advances. If he pushes that one, it's going to become a target. Can't go here, 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 or here. He's going to move the king. And he doesn't. Well, I can take that pawn and give him the other one. I don't think that's the right move, though. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding. I missed the fact that my bishop was hanging. Well, this game's over. Any choice. I have to play it that way. That was not smart on my part. Losing a bishop, a whole bishop. You know, I kept looking for knight forks and I was catching those. We're thinking about what again? He's probably contacting his buddies. Hey, watch! I beat him, D-Geek! I've seen him do that before. Queen G3, dude. He's going to wait till 1 second, and then he's going to make me. You know, hey, I can take my losses. Believe me, you don't get good without knowing how to do that. I'm the only one watching, bro. And who are you, Butterduck? You see, okay, Butterduck, here's the thing, you know. I've seen them discuss Discord, where they're in Discord discussing games while they're playing, you know. That's why I don't really trust anybody in this tournament anymore. You know, I drew an 1100 and he had me beat. So there you go. Anyway, you know, and I really don't trust anything. I mean, you know, maybe Butterduck is Butterduck the guy I was playing? I don't know. I mean, you know, I've seen enough videos to know that people are I don't trust anything on the internet anymore. I kind of play this tournament out of you know, a commitment to the Little Rock Chess Club. Okay, time for book of the week. Book of the week this week. I wanted to finish up this series because I have 3 books by this guy. I don't know how many books he actually wrote, but Play the King's Indian Defense by Maravich is book of the week. A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned Maravich. I've chosen the other 2 books that I have by him as book of the week before. That that was one of them was something like black, a repertoire for black or something like that, and the other one was play the Queen's Gambit. So this book is a slender little book. It's only about um, no, it's not illegal for you to watch me while you're playing somebody else. The only thing that's illegal is to either use a computer or to consult with another player, which I've never done, by the way, ever in 30 years of net chess. 242 pages. I guess I have one up on Hans Niemann, don't I? Because he admitted he did it. This is 242 pages, lightly annotated, I would say. Maybe a spot or two, it might be a little heavy in annotations, but it's a little introduction to the King's Indian defense. Like I said, there's another one this one's Play the King's Indian by Maravich. There's another one that says, it's called, I think it's an opening repertoire for black or something like that. But that's a really good book. I mean, that's more in depth than this book. He talks about like the Scheveningen and the King's Indian in that book. So you might check on that one. But this is a nice little book, and this is the third of the ones he's written. This one was published in Pergamon Press. Came out in 1984. I thought it came out in the 90s. Well, it was reprinted in 91, so that must have been, this one must be from 91 or after. But, it's got all the classic old guys that I used to watch that played. Plenty of those guys around. Polagevsky, Petrosian, Taimanov, Ullman. These are the guys that have the most games in here. And Gligerich, Maravich himself. It's a fair number of games in here. Geller, Botvinnik, Fischer, of course. Anyway, and nice clean diagrams, nice clean pages, a lot of open space. This is a nice little book to read, Give you a nice little introduction to the King's Indian defense. It's book of the week this week. Okay, I normally try to play 4 games. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and start one more, even though it's not going to count because I seriously doubt that I will finish a game before 13 minutes and 44 seconds goes by. A lot of talk about Arkansas chess. I got a call earlier from Tony D talking about, playing, holding another major tournament next year. I think the Arkansas Championship. He's talking about that. Also, he was trying to talk me into coming up and playing in one, I think, relatively soon. Another guy on here asked me if I was going to play. I generally play one tournament a decade, one over-the-board tournament a decade. A friend of mine talked me into playing recently. So I played in one. But, I don't know. I mean, the way I would go back to over the board chess is if I had felt like I had significantly improved, or if I had a lot more time. Let's say or if I had a lot more time, I would. Otherwise I wouldn't really. But anyway, so be it. I mean, I still love the game, and my coach and I get together and go over games. Look at some games he's played, maybe one or two I've played. We'll probably look at these later. And then Also, I play I think oh wow, here we go. 1682 question mark. I always love those guys. Joined 4 years ago. He's played 837 games. Kind of like me. The this guy's going to play the Smith Moore against me. I decline it like this. Then they got to figure out how they're going to get their knight to a useful square. I mean, you know, not to belabor the point, but, you know, there's all this, like I said, you know, maybe that guy wasn't doing anything. It's a little irritating when, you know, he's got an obvious move and he's not playing it. I mean, that's because, you know, generally speaking, they're consulting with a friend or something. And not about that move, but just I've had people, you know, come on here and sometimes I've had that players that'll openly chat about we're in the, you know, what's happening in the game. Like, you know, hey, take a look at this. I'm getting ready to mate him, that kind of stuff, you know. I'm just like, play the game, you know. So sometimes that kind of stuff goes on. But also, like I said earlier, I mean, like all these guys have got these names. I just saw one of them earlier say he was back with another name. You know, I think I've only ever had one chess account on every site that I ever played on. I had one on the free internet chess server. I had one on US Chess Live. I had one on ICC. I had one on chess.com. And I have one on here. You know, I'm not creating a million accounts. I know players are young and, you know, they don't follow all the rules and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, like I said, sometimes I just get a whiff of something going on. And about a month, 6 weeks ago, there was a player who very clearly used a computer to cheat. And, you know, I'm not going to play him again. If they want to ban me from the site or ban me from the tournament, feel free, you know. I know like kids have got cheat codes and all that kind of stuff, but as they say, homie, don't play that way. Here, rook here. I mean, I don't really want isolated pawns on the queen's wing. Anyway, that's my sermon for today. I could play here, but he might just. And then this could happen. And I play here, he does this, I do this. He does this, and I can't recapture because of that. Will win my queen. I play here, he does this, I do this. That would work. I think it's easiest just to do this. I like to do this and this. Of course, you could always say, why don't you just stop streaming? I have some friends who they don't really talk to me that often, but they like to watch these streams. A couple of them are beginners players, relatively low level playing strength, and they like to learn from the games and things like that. So I go here and he goes here. I wonder if I should even move any of those pieces. Maybe here. See where he's going to put it. Six minutes. Puts him here. Yeah, I could do this and win a pawn, but that's very dangerous. I'm opening a lot of lines for him, and this piece is not developed yet. I play here. He's going to retreat. I pick a pawn, and he's going to do this. Start Impact 2012. There. Queen there. Take. Hitting my queen and threatening mate. If I play here and threaten my own mate. Here. Take. Rook takes. Queen takes. Queen takes. Bishop takes. So what does he do after I do that? It would be nice to win a game. I saw something really funny where Magnus Carlsen recommended e4, e5, queen h5. That really cracked me up. Play here, plays here, take, threading this square. Okay, I play here, he plays here. I take here, he takes here. I push. You can't capture it. It's a long ways to go to win a exchange. Just thinking about bringing this piece over. Haven't really been calculating very well at all tonight. just kind of making moves that look like the right moves. Protecting against the Knight Fork. Sends him back this way to here, here, or here. I play here. He plays back. Take that, for example. Don't really want to remove that guy. Oh, good move. He guarded that square. Hitting this again. Here he plays here. Play here. He can't. Yeah, he can do that. I have trouble figuring out a way to make headway here. I play this, hitting that pawn. You can always do that. Shit. Excuse my language. I don't want him taking that piece off because I need him as a defender. I forget sometimes that I'm broadcasting. One thing I like a little bit too much in chess is clarity. When I get clarity in a position, I love it. Of course, clarity comes with experience, you know? The tournament is over. This one here. This guy's kind of fritzing around, you know? That's an interesting move. Well, good game, Deep Geek. I misclicked and I loved watching your streams. Um, I love watching your stream. There are some people on here that have told me before they like just listening to me talk about the positions, you know? Like they'll be playing their own game and they're listening to me. For a long time, I've heard people say that. Um, and, you know, I know they're not all bad. There's some really good people on here. And, you know, honestly, I'd like to help those people. But, you know, the more and more you talk about the position, the people, the bad people that are listening are, you know, gaining insight into what you're thinking about the game. I've actually had a couple of games where, you know, one, I went, I think this guy's listening to me. And I've had a couple that told me after the game that they were listening to the stream while we were playing. But, you know, I've had a couple of them where they actually, you know, I was going, you know, this guy, you know, I think he might do this or he might be thinking about this. And they play that. And a few moves later, you know, they do it again. One guy, you know, I did actually set him up just like Hikaru and Levy do. It was obvious he was listening because I would I would go like, you know, Black could do this. If he does, I'm going to do this. And he'd make that move. So finally I went, boy, I tell you what, if he plays Queen F6, I mean, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Guy played Queen F6 and I mated him in one. So I set him up. Anyway, that's enough complaining. It's more than enough complaining. So I did get 2 wins, 2 losses. It wasn't great for coming back, you know, from 2 weeks and whatever. And I should be back next week if there aren't any problems. Yeah, I was out of town last week, so there wasn't a video for that one. Anyway, book of the week again, Maravich, Play the King's Indian Defense. This book is a nice little book. You know, I recommend it. Probably, you know, just let's say a class player. If someone's an expert or master, this book's not going to be great for them. But for the rest of us, it's a nice little book. I mentioned all 3 of his books: Play the King's Indian, Play the Queen's Gambit, a a repertoire for black, something like that. An active repertoire for black. You can look it up. All right, that's it. See you guys next week. Have fun. I will see you in the tournament then. Bye.